I found the work very moving, especially in the way that Liu was able to convey the vibrancy of everyday life and the way that it's lived by ordinary folks. There's no subject he felt not worthy.
Sometimes you'd walk up to a sculpture and see its material and you would kind of like not understand how it could be bronze because there was so many like different variations of handling that material. The self-portrait sculpture I thought was really fascinating. It was a very nice, real and raw depiction of like a self-portrait compared to, I would say, more traditional forms of self-portraiture that are more like posed and beauty sort of manicured.
There's no exaggerate facial expression. He just recorded the daily lives of the normal or even lower middle class people of China. I was really touched by he liked to focus on this because I feel a lot of artists, they try to focus on the president, the great people, but he likes to focus on the normal common man.
Because of having studied in the Western canon, Liu Shiming is someone that we haven't particularly looked at. There are certain events that happened in his life that inspired different types of works. And for me, it was about arranging his works in a thematic manner. So I was able to find connections between his sculptures that represent agrarian life, his sculptures about love, family. And so for me, it was really about showcasing a diversity and a collection of his works, but everything that was intricately linked.
The way he captures the movements of small gestures, there's a lot of very humanistic qualities to them. The free man measuring, it's not realistic, but there's a lot of little gestures. One of the hands on the figure is where it's just all it is the thumb and the index finger. And that is sort of identified, and the rest of the fingers are let, but just that is enough to really capture that.
So there weren't like these grand, big things, but they had so much texture in these very small, intricate details. So it seemed very realistic and you could relate to it more. The texture was there. My roommates who came with me, they're not artists, but they really enjoyed it.
We were proud to be the first contact in Canada to receive this generous donation and endowment from the foundation.
From Hawaii to Hong Kong, from New York to Nairobi, from Cambridge to Cairo and now to Canada, we are delighted to support the next generation of artists.
The university has recently unveiled its global engagement strategy. One of the priorities of that strategy, and indeed for the Faculty of Arts, is to build bridges across cultures, languages, and so forth. And I think one of the things that I've really appreciated about this exhibition is the way that it's done that here.
It's not frequent that we can offer some Chinese art to our students that they can see so closely, so it's a great learning experience.
What we have here is a tomb sculpture. That's the Han Dynasty. So this is Liu's work. So you can see that in his work, now what is missing in the tomb sculpture in the Han Dynasty are figures. Really gives a very vivid document of how life is lived.
We had our students in here with the opportunity to look at their work and to engage with it in a number of different ways. And one of them is to be drawing from the works. So they're creating a series of drawings based on the sculptures.
It's about bringing people together. And I think that's the power of art, and in particular of sculpture, that we come together and in fact we become we become a community in the experience of viewing the art together, of discussing it. And the particular way in which this work did that, I thought was really remarkable.